you talk about just getting up and going. I think it's great that, you kind of get up every day with a mission, which is to, help the world with what you're bringing across nutritionally. And I think that's a great model. That's what I'm trying to do. I feel like I made excuses for not having a podcast years ago. Like I should have got in. I always wanted to do a sports podcast. I have another one called Raw Sports Debate with my great friend Leslie. And we just started that in March. And I was talking about starting that for years. And I overthought it. I was like, how do I get it going? And, I'm happy that I'm very happy and I'm very energetic to have that platform and then Unleashing Truth, because I use myself as an example. Again, I think it's great that you're at your age and doing that, and you wake up every day with that mindset. I now wake up every day with that mindset, and I think that's very healthy for all human beings, and especially men. I feel like men need to really have a goal. I think that's what drives us. And, my goal is to, what is my mission in life? And my mission in life is to, bring rationality back to sports debate. Yeah, that's part of it. But it was more so, I realized this year, it's like, it's to bring that back, bring logical, philosophical thinking back there, and look at things in context.
Sorry, hold on,
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and look at things in like nuance and context, and then translate that line of thinking to what we're talking about now. To talk about real important issues in the world, things that are often politicized, but I'm not political, but I talk about important issues that are politicized. And that's what we have to get back to as a society. And food, whether we realize it or not, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, like you were talking about with the plastics in the pods and what they put in the animals. I've gotten to a point now where I feel like my mission is to educate people that, hey, open your eyes and ears and figure things out on your own and never discount anything. Listen to everybody. Don't trust people who don't know you personally or don't have your vested interest in mind, and question everything. And I think that's a very healthy, it's an uncomfortable mindset sometimes. You don't want to go against the grain. You don't want to think that you're being deceived in terms of food and stuff. But I often go back to fasting. I'm like, fasting, there is nothing to be gained from a doctor, a nurse, pharmaceutical companies, insurance companies, if you naturally heal yourself. Exactly. And my goal is to spread that kind of thought process on trivial matters. And there's a reason that, hey, they're shoving certain people down your throat on sports. It's for marketing. It's certain guys are better than other guys, but they don't want to give them credit because, hey, it doesn't help their marketing, So that's what I'm about. My mission is, and that's why I love this conversation, because it's like, hey, let's get this kind of thought process and product, because you need to have product to go along with it, out there. Yeah. So is that what your goal is? Like to just spread positivity and energy in your products?
Honestly, yes. So for example, for my product, it's just spreading that positivity and not letting others tell you what to do. It's like maybe they're doing their own thing and maybe it hasn't worked out for them, or maybe they're just not motivated. And then them being unmotivated, seeing you do good, what do you think they're going to say? There's always going to be something that they don't like. There's always going to be something that someone in this world doesn't like that you're doing.
Right.
And you can't just let that, affect you at all. You got to keep going with you got to know why you started with anything that you do. Why did you start doing it? What's the purpose of it? And don't let that go. And that drive that you have consistently, like that grind, keep it with you until the end. And always think that there's no end. And if you get to a point, like let's say you reach your goal of losing 15 pounds and you got some muscle on you, don't let that be the end of it. What's the other goal? And just keep going. Keep building those goals for yourself. Never be content. That way you'll always have success in whatever you do, whether it's business, whether it's physique, whether it's health. And yes, the food itself in general, if you're working out, this is another statistical fact. I think it's 80% diet, 20% workout. So if you really think about that, food has a lot to do with anything in life, whether it be health, whether it be motivation, anything. What you are is what you eat.
Yeah.
So if you take that along with everything that you do or anything that you consume, you'll start to really see the big picture and kind of think things differently. But my message, is to literally get as much health content as I can out there, letting people know that, the doctor and just like those prescriptions and everything like that. That's all, in my belief, I think that's like part of like a little mafia and stuff like that. Cause these organizations, they recommend these foods, but then these foods lead to these problems. And then these problems lead to the solution of a doctor recommending you this product that you need again. And then it's like a whole cycle, and in that documentary that I told you before, they explain that they literally have this organization, like this big food corporation that for like, let's say as an example, for diabetic people, they recommend this meal throughout the day or this lifestyle, right? They recommend it, but then when you go into their website again, they say that you should avoid these certain foods. So it makes no sense. And then that's when everything starts to click as to why are they recommending it if it's going to send me to the doctor? And then why is the doctor going to recommend me to eat this type of thing, but then this type of thing goes back to this? And it's just like back and forth. And then that's literally how society is. You see these people and you see these, and it's all about money. So it's crazy when you really think about it. It's really crazy. And another thing too is, I don't know, there's so many things that I want to just spread out and let them be aware of the fact that, times before, how did people survive for such a long time or on such natural causes, just because they relied on fully grown stuff from the earth or, I know it was different times back then, but most people, when you go to like these foreign countries and stuff like that, and you really go into like these, these mountains, like those mountain people and stuff, like they rely on herbs, like natural herbs for any cure. It's like you're feeling something, or like you go to like as a tourist or whatever, and you see like these home remedies. That's literally what they rely on. And you see those people, they're like the strongest people ever. Like their immune system is crazy. They don't depend on any medication. They never tasted medication in their life. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And if we were to do that one person at a time here and just spread the word, can you imagine how different it'll be? It'll be a lot different.
Yeah.
And also the thing that you touched on, plastic, think about it this way, where's the most popular place that plastic is thrown into?
Ocean?
What would you say? Yep. And then what's in the ocean? Seafood. Right?
Seafood.
So remember, literally that too, and water. So, there's another subject. All right, I'll probably save it for next time.
No, save it for next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, seafood.
Like
okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yes. These fish, they don't know what plastic is. They don't know anything. And then when they're consuming that, and then they catch them, and they cut them up, you're consuming that plastic too, that mercury. It's a whole bunch of stuff down there that I can't even describe because we don't even know half of it. Literally.